Okay, the no mirroring, no unifying in this rig. You want to keep your separate pieces of the geometry like shoulders and knees and thighs and shins and feet, bones, and sorry, feet geometries separate. Just using the Rigify skeleton as a sort of reference. We won't be actually using this skeleton. I'll delete it later on. Just trying to keep a sort of perspective so we don't have to worry about scaling too much in Unity later on. Just taking a body shape here, going into edit mode to make it a triangular body for this robot character, showing that you can have a neck and a head if you really want to have a more anthropomorphic character. I didn't want that though this time. Excuse me, so I took it out. Okay, I named it. Just want to show that you can have it in there. You don't have to do what I do here. I did it on purpose this way to have something different and unique, and because we're going to be doing our own rig, it'll be fine. Um, you'll see what we mean. Okay, every time you do like a shoulder or a forearm or an upper arm, just copy that geometry, duplicate that geometry is the better wording. Once you have it the way you like it for one side, that keeps the symmetrical geometry on the opposite side. Again, don't mirror. The mirroring modifier will not work for the way we do the bones being parented to the geometry. Okay, it's sort of the mirror modifier doesn't work. So you have to kind of have each piece separate, and we'll name them left side, right, shoulder left, upper arm right, torso, something like this, pelvis, groin, body, torso, whatever you want to do naming wise. You'll see from time to time I go into the menu there on the right side with the list, and I'm changing the names of these parts. It does help for the rigging we do later on, and it's more important actually for Unity later on for the materials you'll see in that section. Just I did it fast here because you've seen me model. You've seen models being made in Blender. When you speed it up like this, it's called speed modeling, or sometimes I don't know. You know, knees I like to do sometimes as like a ball joint, elbows, wrists. Sometimes it depends what you want to go for. Keep in mind that as those sort of forearm bones are now extending the geometry like that just to temporarily see if it's aligning. Okay, since you're doing it by eye, more or less. I mean, you can position. You see that a couple times, but just a trick there is to extend it. Hey, it lines up pretty good. Of course, you can go into the transform parameters and have it exactly the same height, the same displacement, away from the, plus X, minus X, to have it mirrored. Asymmetry is okay, especially with this type of rigid rigging modeling. It's called rigid rigging. Okay, what we'll be doing here, there's no weights, there's no weight painting. It's taking the bone and parenting it directly to the geometry, and it works for robotic type characters. Fat feet work better for Unity, especially with the new nav mesh system. Naming all the bones, organizing them, okay. Selecting each one individually and doing the apply object, apply all for the transform, apply all. Basically, that helps us to basically make sure everything is sort of 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1 scale, object transform, apply all on each separate piece. This might not be a critical step. I did another character where I didn't do that, seems to be fine, but just to be safe.